Ezra Miller finally apologizes, we've got She-Hulk reactions, and I chat with Colin Trevorrow about Jurassic World Dominion and Star Wars. But before I get going with all that good stuff, please tap that subscribe button if this is your first time visiting the channel, or if you've just been holding out on me this whole time.
The best geek news for family.
Hello, I'm Chris Killian, and let's do a show.
You are in a hurry, aren't you? Somebody chasing you?
Days after an arrest for felony burglary, Ezra Miller announced they plan to seek mental health treatment. In a statement obtained by Variety, Miller said, quote, "Having recently gone through a time of intense crisis, I now understand that I am suffering complex mental health issues and have begun ongoing treatment. I want to apologize to everyone that I have alarmed and upset with my past behavior. I am committed to doing the necessary work to get back to a healthy, safe, and productive stage in my life."
Well, good for them.
I really don't have much to add to this. I think it's great that Ezra's getting help, and hopefully we're all going to get to see The Flash next year because from what I hear, Michael Keaton still got it.
I'm Batman.
First reactions to the first 4 episodes of She-Hulk are out, and I'll sum it up and save you a lot of time from reading lots of tweets. If you're someone who enjoys Marvel's brand of comedy, you'll love it. If you don't, you won't.
Straight to the point.
Today, Jurassic World Dominion, the extended edition, lands on Blu-ray, 4K, and digital, and if you saw the show yesterday, you know I spent last week in Malta to celebrate the release of the film. I also got a chance to hang out with director Colin Trevorrow, and we chatted about all sorts of things off the record.
No big deal.
But here's a snippet of something we talked about on the record.
You know, it's something that I, as a concept, I know can feel indulgent, and it can feel like, well, you know, like they just couldn't let anything go, and this was a different scenario. We had a finished film, and we were in a scenario where, you know, we were asked to take out, you know, a good chunk of the movie, ultimately, you know, 14 minutes of the movie. And so to have to go and try to figure out which of your darlings you can kill, which can go. So it really wasn't that I went back and did a director's cut. It's just that we have been, you know, honestly just like given the gift of being able to share the original film.
This is the movie untampered.
Yeah, and it was mixed. Like that was it.
Yeah.
You know, tampering. Like I don't want to create like a sense of animosity here. I honestly, like, you know, if you choose to become a filmmaker, and you get into a scenario where people are spending, you know, hundreds of $1 million on your movie, and there are a lot of interest there, and there are a lot of people who are making business decisions that need to serve many needs, and so you've got to figure out how to navigate that, and it's kind of part of the job. They don't teach you how to do it in film school.
Also, yes, at one point Colin was famously tasked with directing Star Wars Episode 9, which was to be called The Duel of the Fates. While that's ultimately not the version of the movie we got, I did ask him about the potential of returning to Star Wars in the future, so check out what he had to say.
Oh, I don't know. I not because of Star Wars, but because I feel like I've spent 8 or 9 years, you know, making new versions of the things we loved when we were kids.
Yeah.
You know, in one place or another, and there's not just a lot of pressure on that, but it casts a shadow over everything else that you want to do, because you're, you know, in the case of, I made a small film after Jurassic World, and I was the director of Star Wars when I made it, and I think that to be able to step out of that a little bit and you know, not have everything I do be in the context of you know, our belief systems, is interesting to me.
Today, Netflix revealed the first look at its new Addams Family, including Louise Guzman as Gomez and Catherine Zeta-Jones as Morticia, who we didn't see as Uncle Fester. And who will be playing Uncle Fester has so far been a well-kept secret. You know, I have no idea who it could be, but nobody could love the Addams Family like Vinny D here.
You don't turn your back on family.
Cobra Kai Season 5 is set to debut on Netflix on September 9th, and ahead of the release next month, Netflix gave us the official trailer today. As you can see, the trailer's playing right over my shoulder. Or if you're listening to the podcast, the trailer's playing right over my shoulder. And since I love Cobra Kai and I'm gonna watch the show regardless, I didn't watch 1 second of this trailer. I'm already in.
It's Cobra Kai.
And that's that for Tuesday. Let me know what you guys think of all the news today, and definitely let me know if you pick up the extended edition of Jurassic World Dominion so we can chat about that. All of the stories in this video came from articles written on ComicBook.com, so if you'd like to read more about some of today's news with your very own eyeballs, feel free to head over to ComicBook.com, where we work 24/7 to keep you all up to speed on the latest news. You can also follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and more, all of which are linked below. If you're someone who likes listening to other people argue for hours on end about this sort of stuff, we've got you covered there as well with Comic Book Nation, hosted by Kofi Outlaw every Friday, or our Marvel-focused podcast hosted by my best frenemy, Brandon Davis, on Wednesdays. If you want some behind-the-scenes antics or previews of my cosplay, or you want to know what it's like to live on a spaceship for months at a time, time with no genuine human interaction. Find me on Instagram at CKComedy or Twitter at Chris Killian, all links below. Once again, make sure you like the video, subscribe, and turn on notifications, and give yourself a pat on the back for making it this far into the video. It's great. I can't believe you made it. See you tomorrow.